Batangas, one of the 5 provinces in Calabarzon, is about 80 kilometers away south of the metropolitan area and is accessible through good roads from Manila by way of Cavite via Tagaytay City on the northwest side, Laguna via Calambasan to Tomas boundary on the northeast, Quezon Province by way of 2 entrances passing the boundaries of San Antonio and Padre Garcia, and Candelaria and San Juan on the east. Travelers coming from the island provinces, particularly the 2 Mindoros and Romblon, will pass the 127-kilometer shoreline mainly through the Batangas International Port at Santa Clara, Batangas City. Batangas is one of the first 8 Philippine provinces to revolt against Spain and also known as the cradle of heroes and nationalists. During the Spanish-American War, many illustrious Batangueños made pages in history, most particularly Apolinario Mabini, the sublime paralytic and brains of the revolution, Marcela Agoncillo, who made the present Philippine flag, and General Miguel C. Malvar, who was recognized as the last Filipino general to surrender to the Americans. Other recognizable Batangueños were Jose P. Laurel, Jose P. Jocno, Teodoro M. Calao, and Claro M. Recto, to name a few. The province has 31 municipalities, 3 component cities, and 1,078 barangays. Batangas City, which has the biggest land area, is its capital. Through the past decades, the province of Batangas has been transformed as one of the thriving growth centers not only in the Calabarzon region, but in the whole country. This is because of its economic infrastructure, strategic location, rich cultural and historical heritage, and bountiful and diverse natural resources. Having a world-class international port serving as strategic trading point for industries not only in the whole Calabarzon and Mimaropa regions, but also in other trading regions of the country, Batangas plays a vital role in the commercial activities in the southern part of Luzon and contributes a lot in the overall economic and social development of the country. Batangas supplies 50% of the power needs of Luzon grid. There are 5 existing power plants which have a combined capacity of 3,500 megawatts which supply the power needs of the province and other nearby provinces. Batangas is considered the most powerful province because of the existence of said power plants. In terms of Human Development Index, according to HDI's component indices of life expectancy, educational attainment and income, Batangas ranked 3rd, 1st and 7th respectively. The presence of adequate facilities, the rich natural resources, and the peace-loving industrious people are among the province's competitive assets in attracting local and foreign investors. When the First Lady Governor of Batangas was elected in the person of Governor Vilma Santos Recto, she committed to bring Batangueños a transformation that would raise the standards of living of her constituents, a concrete change in their lives by investing the government resources and mobilizing the private resources on areas where there is a pressing and vital need for them. True to herself, after a series of consultation with different municipalities and private sectors, the HEARTS program was conceptualized. Enabling healthcare access to Batangueño, particularly the economically underprivileged, has always been foremost among Governor Recto's priority undertakings. The province is intent in pursuing its healthcare development program and nutrition development program supplemental feeding, which benefited the moderately underweight and severely underweight preschool children in different municipalities of the province. The Family Community Welfare Program, which includes the health insurance program for indigents, had already distributed 100% of the PhilHealth cards to identified indigent families. For the continuity of the program, renewal of health cards is ongoing, subject to the policies of PhilHealth in order to serve better the identified families. With reference to health infrastructure projects, the provincial government of Batangas had constructed comfort rooms, artesian wells, submersible pumps, and improvement of land and rehabilitation, expansion, improvement of facilities of our 8 district hospitals. The upgraded hospital facilities shall provide better health services to our constituents. Along this line, also included in Governor Recto's priorities is the health welfare of the employees. Thus, regular annual checkup of provincial government employees have religiously been observed. Worthy to mention as well is the provision of 1 ambulance each for the 12 hospitals of the province. Also, the Batangas Provincial Hospital, Lipa District Hospital, and San Jose District Hospital are already practicing the convenience of electronic billing, electronic medical records, and have been first government hospitals in Calabarzon region engaged with claims eligibility web service under the e-claims program of PhilHealth. For education, educational programs under the Provincial School Board had distributed school supplies to grade 1 pupils, sports equipment to public schools, bicycles for indigent but deserving high school students located at far-flung areas, and scholarship for our Batangas Provincial Cultural Science High School. The province has prioritized our scholarship program for indigent but deserving and qualified grantees to have access to quality education all over the province. Various programs under the education sector include the Children Welfare Program, which had provided for the construction of OB Montessori preschool buildings at different municipalities and cities. The daycare centers in the province are set to be elevated to Montessori level, the method characterized by an emphasis on self-directed activity on the part of the children, and the computer literacy program for out-of-school youths. All high schools and elementary central schools are envisioned to be internet ready. Another program under Project V is a reading program which provides a mobile library that shall travel to different municipalities and cities of the province. Educational assistance was also provided to selected deserving students. For the environmental sector, we have to adhere to a sustainable, ecological, and environmental protection, waste management and pollution control of coastal, marine and land-based resources of the province. We also aim for a forested greener Batangas, which includes enforcement of devolved forestry laws, rules and regulations within the community-based forestry projects, mangrove rehabilitation, watershed rehabilitation, and establishment of mini-forests, wherein we are committed in providing 100,000 planting materials for the next 3 years. And of course, under the Parks Management, Taal Lake and Pansipit River Improvement Project, the dismantling of illegal fish cages along Pansipit River is still ongoing. For agriculture, the priority thrust is poverty alleviation. In order to address the poverty situation of Batangas, the Provincial Poverty Reduction Action Team and the Provincial Cooperative Development Council were formed. One major project under the Livelihood Assistance Program is Cattle Fattening Project. Sa patabaing baka, sigurado ang kita. Another project is the Provincial Nursery Demo Farm Development Project that conducts studies on plants propagation, vegetable and high-value crop production. These showcases organic and botanical-based agricultural practices and produce. The province has also prioritized agriculture and aquaculture production intensification program, which focuses on crop production assistance, gulayan sa barangay, aquaculture production assistance, and livelihood assistance. To provide farmers with efficient farm equipment In their farming operation, irrigation and farm mechanization program is on its way to full implementation. For infrastructure development services, the province had accomplished the following: construction, rehabilitation of roads, bridges, schools, daycare centers, water and sanitation facilities, district hospitals, barangay halls, waiting shed, drainage system, covered canals, multipurpose buildings, covered courts, provincial government buildings and facilities, pedestrian overpass and others to be able to uplift the infrastructure services of the province. Hence, projects annexed to this include the concreting and maintenance of all roads spanning the 4 districts of the province, particularly the farm-to-market thoroughfares. With regard to our tourism development program, we are intent in pursuing our tourism promotion and marketing, tourism regulations of standards that evaluates and inspects tourism-oriented and related establishments, destination development, domestic tourism promotion that showcases Batangas as a whole package of tourism wonder with its theme, All Here, So Near, crafts promotion, tourism planning and research, and cultural and historical enhancement. As such, under domestic tourism, several major activities were launched. The yearly celebration of Batangas Foundation Day every first week of December is a clear manifestation of continued patronage of the rich culture, arts, and history of Batangas. Furthermore, the province of Batangas is all bent in pursuing the construction of circumferential road around Taal Lake to boost tourism industry in the province. All of these are considered in the vision of making beautiful Batangas a premier and world-class tourist destination where the stakeholders are committed in enriching the lives of all Batangueños by attracting both local and foreign tourists to experience the world-class tourism assets of the province. To further strengthen and enhance the security and safety services of all officials, employees, and properties of the provincial government of Batangas, communications equipment was upgraded. In terms of disaster preparedness program, the Batangas Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council has effectively handled past calamities with vigilance and foresight. The province had also the active participation of Provincial Peace and Order Council in close coordination with the Provincial Command of the Philippine National Police. As a firm advocate of peace and order, Governor Recto believes that our men and women in uniform must be able to efficiently and effectively perform their operational duties to uphold the programs and initiatives of PNP in the province. Thus, to show her full support to the mandate of peace and security, the provincial government of Batangas turned over to Batangas Philippine National Police a modernization package worth 26 million pesos, which include new patrol vehicles, information and communications technology equipment, and uniform for PNP personnel. With this partnership, Batangas can boast of its existing peace and order condition, which is very necessary for progress. The One-Stop Workers Assistance Center, the first ever to be put up by any local government in the country, is in response to the call of Malacanang on LGUs to aid thousands of displaced workers due to current worldwide economic downswing. Noteworthy to mention as well is the provision of the provincial government of Batangas of training services for nurses without a fee. Continuous assistance to cooperatives as well as conducts of job fairs was always performed. Governor Recto believes that the programs and projects being carried out are not enough to meet the real needs of the Batangueños. Hence, assistance and support of other agencies are needed to ensure that these are fully addressed. As such, partnership with the private sector is encouraged in fostering sustainable economic development. Adopted by world leaders in the year 2000 and set to be achieved by 2015, The Millennium Development Goals provide concrete numerical benchmarks for tackling extreme poverty in its many dimensions. The Community-Based Monitoring System, or CBMS, is an organized way of collecting information at the local level for use of local government units, national government agencies, non-government organizations, and civil society for planning, program implementation, and monitoring. It is a tool intended for improved governance and greater transparency and accountability in resource allocation. Continuous interfacings with all stakeholders are being conducted to ensure that after the priority programs and projects have been identified, duplication or overlapping of programs and projects can be avoided. In terms of development policies, we have envisioned the following. For social protection, employment generation through government infrastructure projects, entrepreneurship, and establishment of migrant desk per municipality are included in our priorities. For shelter, a housing division was created wherein data banking and development of government properties are being considered. For e-governance, preparation of comprehensive information system strategic plan that will serve as blueprint of the LGU in the computerization plan is currently underway, including the development and management of information technology. Hence, the Batangueños and the provincial government must keep a steady pace and sustained efforts to joust with these challenges. The government officials and private sector as partners must forge ahead together with other national line agencies in pursuing socio-economic growth and must have a focused look towards sustainable human development for our beloved province, Batangas.
For the calendar year 2011, in recognition of its efforts in advancing the principles of accountability and transparency in local governance. Signed, Jesse M. Robredo, Secretary.
Kasama ko po kayo rito. Hindi ko po kaya ito mag-isa. Sa Batanggenyo, ipagpatuloy po nating lahat ang ating pong magandang gawain para po sa ating pong lalawigan.